Good afternoon. It's 2:35. Welcome to our special Hot Topic segment on your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies called The Dish. Today's edition is a very exciting one because I believe that a lot of people might be guilty, even if they don't accept, even if they don't admit, but they just might be guilty. This is, of course, about relationships, and it's a very simple question. Is it ever okay to go through your partner's phone? Now, I'm not saying, is it okay to go through your partner's phone because you want to go and get a number or because you want to get some educational resources from it? No, we're asking, is it ever okay for you to snoop through your partner's phone? Now, in this day and age, with the huge role that technology plays in our lives, you can find a whole lot through someone's phone, through someone's Instagram, through someone's social media. You know, going through the communication processes that they've probably had or gone through with different people, either in their workplace, people that they've come across, their acquaintances, their friends, and what have we. You could go through pictures as well. You go through videos and content that is being sent to them and they're sending to other people. And through that, you know, you have become an unofficial detective, because through that you could discover a whole lot about a person. And so right now, I would like for us to dissect if it's ever okay. Is there any instance where it's justifiable that you are going through your partner's phone? Have you ever done it before? We would love to know. You can remain anonymous. It's okay. And if at all you have done that before, was it beneficial? Was it detrimental? Was that the end of the relationship? Did you regret it? If given the chance again, would you do it again? So we're going to be having conversations around these different questions. So ladies, let's get into it. Is it ever okay to check your partner's phone? Now, Mama, there are times where people might be suspicious, right? They're just like, the way my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend is acting lately, they're acting sort of different. They're acting distant. They're not giving me the attention they used to give me before. He's not as lovey-dovey as before.
Or just your antennas. You know, we have that sixth sense.
We're very instinctive and intuitive as women as well. And even men. You know, in some instances, there are times where your instinct is telling you something. And you can't just place your finger on it, but you think, okay, for me to be able to find out, this is what I need to do. So, in terms of when someone is being suspicious, is it ever okay for them to check their partner's phones?
I think that there are always extenuating circumstances to every situation. And if I feel like if you are suspicious of your partner, especially with regards to cheating with other women or men, or money, I think we can excuse snooping, because now in the case of cheating with other people, you want to assure yourself that this person is not going to bring a disease into the house.
Interesting.
To you. You want to assure yourself that you're not going to be blindsided by some child being brought in by someone else. You don't want to be blindsided when your marriage or your relationship breaks and you're thinking, I thought it was perfect. You didn't see it coming, you know. And then when it comes to money, we've seen cases where, the husband or the wife or the boyfriend or the girlfriend has investments that partners don't know about. I've even seen a case where the husband was paying rent, didn't know the building belonged to his wife. You know,
I've heard that. I think you have probably told us that story.
All those instances, you want to be on top of. You want to have all the information. You want to have everything and be sure of what you're living.
Well, Kel, the best way to find all these things out, because she definitely has mentioned some very valid things, you know, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances as a family as well. So going through your partner's phone, is that, you know, the best way to go about it?
If there's no other way that you can legit find this information, if there's nobody else that you can ask, if there is no... Exactly. Instead of hiring a private investigator, it's the quickest way, to be honest. The quickest and more efficient, because this one you're seeing it with your two eyes. You're not assuming with some information they are now trying to break down. You have the proper information right there in front of you. So yeah.
So, Ugoma, let's come to you, right? There are people that say, if you've gotten to a point where you need to check your partner's phone, maybe you shouldn't even be in a relationship with that person because it means that trust is lost. So you snooping through your partner's phone, does it mean that trust is lost? If you are even considering it, does it mean that trust is lost?
Not necessarily. And the reason why is because the trust might be there, but you're not 100% certain because he or she may be acting out of character. You're seeing questionable behavior that you're not privy to. You've lived with this person, you've seen this person, you guys have shared so much together, and now the person is behaving in some type of way. So you're concerned. I don't think it's solely about trust, but you're concerned about maybe there's something up with this person, and I really need to know what the issue is. So to an extent, I would encourage people to snoop. Only if I would. Yes, I would. I would encourage people to snoop only if there are questionable characters or behavior or habit that just affirm that this is out
of character.
Then you should snoop.
I like that. Now, so ladies, because with what we've all said, or you've all said, I've not really said much, but with what you've all said, I feel like you've described this from your point of view of if maybe I was in the situation or if it was a woman thinking that their partner is probably cheating, what would I advise them to do or what would be the right thing for them to do? And so it's okay for us to, snoop through our partner's phones. Now, if you flip it, right, and you find out that your partner had been snooping through your phone because he thought that you probably were cheating on him, and maybe that's not the case, and you ended up finding out, how would you respond to that?
I'd be upset.
I would be too.
Of course. But then after the upset is to have a conversation.
Exactly.
What exactly was it that I was doing? What exactly did you see that moved you to go as far as checking my phone? Because when you have gotten to the point of checking someone's phone, it means it's pretty extreme. So I would like to have a conversation to know what exactly it was, so that I can know if you were even justified in your actions.
All right, if you're listening, join the conversation. We are asking if it's okay for you to go through your partner's phones. Now, Kel has spoken, Ugoma and Wama, they've spoken, but would like to get your take. What do you think about that? Is there any justifiable reason why you should snoop through your partner's phone? Does that indicate that trust is lost? Is that the best way if you are suspicious of your partner? Have you done this before? And if you did it, what was the outcome? Would love to get your take. Join the conversation. Good afternoon. Who's speaking, please?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody in the house.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Everybody talk.
All right, let's hear you quickly.
Just like all the states, Kel, you talked about everything else. It's the motive of you checking your spouse's phone. Yes. And I want to take you down the memory lane. Madam, hello?
We can hear you.
Do you know this app called NetBrain? If you remember, people that use Java phone, you remember back then, NetBrain, it has a feature that you can hide your applications. You can hide many of your activities. Yes. So if you're spying your partner's phone, and your partner is professional in spying by saying he hide all his activities, all his apps, be it picture, everything. You even put it in a fake vote that is the application will just pop up. You get. So how do you now check? So I think it's the motive of his cheating your spouse. And again, your spouse, whether in a faithful person, just like this is now, so who faithful and like talking about woman married than one wife, sort of one husband. So it goes back to the motive and who is your spouse. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. All right, we lost that one. Don't forget, you can send a tweet at Lagos Talks 913 using the hashtag #TheDishLagos, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0809 234 5913. By the way, we're live on Instagram at Lagos Talks 913. Go check it out. And yes, you can also drop your comment on our Instagram live as well. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking? Whew. Please give us a call back. There's a distortion. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking? Hello? I'm not really sure what's going on. I'll go over the phone lines again. 0809 234 5913. Kel, did you go on our live?
That's why I was laughing.
I just wanted to see what we look like.
0809 191 3913. 0809-222-0913. Lagos Talks, please turn off your radio.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who's speaking, please?
I like that name today.
Please, by all means. Would like to hear your story.
I'm my name in the course of the conversation.
Carry on.
Okay, yeah, so I think I'm of the opinion that it is a non-issue in fact. If you say you love someone or you're with that person, first of all, you shouldn't even have to hide anything. So, for example, I don't have passwords on my phone. All these sites I have the password on my phone. My partner knows my password, even my banking app, and all of that. By the way, I'm not even married. So I practice this because this is the attitude that gives me peace. If I cannot get much energy from my partner, then why am I with that person? I've had to do this all the times, and it's because I was with a partner that is not very expressive, a partner that is not open, which I actually find to be toxic for me. So every time I have anxiety, thinking about what is this person going to, what is this person thinking about, what can I do for this person, how am I affecting this person? I have a lot of question marks in my head, and this person has a lot of tabs, open and closed tabs in their heart and in their mind. Yeah, so I think if you are that open, then you can actually snoop. Anything you're open about, you can snoop about the other person. Thank you.
All right. Ladies, before we take more calls, because this morning I was having a conversation with someone and he said that he knows, and this is based on who he knows, not even who he heard about, that he knows a woman who found out that her boyfriend had bugged her phone and that everything she was doing on her phone, he knew about it. When she was having a conversation with people, texting the station, he could read everything. He knew what she was doing, right? In that instance, do you think that is a bit too far? That's number one. And number two, if it's a case where the person has cheated several times, is that act justifiable where the partner says, oh, you know what, to give me peace, let me just bug my partner's phone because they've been caught cheating several times?
There's no reason for bugging somebody's phone 24/7 unless you work in the FBI or police and you're trying to catch a criminal.
That's an invasion of privacy.
You don't. If it's gotten to that point where you feel you can't trust that person anymore, then walk away. They didn't tie your destiny to that relationship, because not only, are you going through all of those motions, you're also putting undeniable stress on yourself mentally. Yeah. Because then all your spare time is going to be checking what this person's doing on the phone. Who are they talking to? No, you can't live like that.
And Wama, you made mention invasion of privacy. So do you think that snooping through your partner's phone you can't refer to that rather as invasion of privacy? Is that different? Is there a different term that we can coin for that?
If you're someone like our last caller who's, his phone isn't password protected and it's pretty much, you can go through whenever you want if you need information and all that. But even at that, actively snooping, hoping to find coded information or interactions, that's an invasion of privacy. I think it also boils down to motive.
Before we take this call, there's this thing that happens where if your mind is preoccupied by a specific thought, that thought influences everything that you see. Everything that you experience. Now, there are people that feel like their partner is cheating, right? And they are snooping through their partner's phone because they're looking for something. Is there a possibility that they will find something even if there isn't anything? Because now you're reading meaning into anything that this person is saying about, maybe saying to his colleague, like, okay, maybe for instance, the guy is like, oh, thank you so much for what you did to me today at the office, right? And you come across that message and you're just like, did two, not even did four. What is that? So there could be times where, because of what you have in your mind already, what your mind is preoccupied by, it influences what you're seeing and you're interpreting it based on, I think my partner is cheating. Don't you think that could damage the relationship? Because remember, if you are snooping and then you go and accuse your partner because you're saying this is the evidence, quote and unquote. Now, the evidence is based on what you have interpreted and you've taken it to your partner, right? To say, let's have a discussion about it. Don't you think that your partner feeling that you're accusing them will damage that relationship?
It definitely would, and it's happened to me before.
All right, guys, reach out to me on Instagram and on Twitter at Ife_I. Do not forget to follow Lagos Talks across all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and even YouTube. Now, if you're watching via YouTube, please don't forget to actually subscribe to our channel, to watch our videos, to like the videos, to comment, and to share as well. If you're just tuning in and you missed today's edition, don't worry, it's going to be up on our YouTube any moment from now. So get on YouTube and subscribe so that you can see all the content that we have in store for you. Thank you so much. The Midday Show isn't over. It's still here with amazing content. I will be sharing that with you shortly. We're going to talk about what's going on in the city of Lagos. So let's delve into the news-making rounds in the city of Lagos. Thank you so much. And for some reason, to end this show, this song came to mind. I feel like this is it. This is a very apt song for this conversation. It's called Bugaboo.